Welcome to another video. In today's video we'll be talking about some off-road recovery gear. So if you're not interested in this stuff, go ahead and watch something else. But for all my off-road Toyota folks that love seeing gears, this is my new land anchor. What is a land anchor and what is it for? So a land anchor is for when you're out there off-roading and you get stuck and you don't have anything to put your winch onto. So in a scenario, if you get stuck, you'll usually run your winch out to a tree, run a tree saver, and then the big tree is what's anchoring you down. You know, it's what's giving you power to pull yourself up. But then if you guys off-road enough, you guys know that, you know, in different terrains, there's times when you don't have any trees or anything solid to hook up your winch to. So that's where you use the anchor. Now there's all sorts of anchors out there in the world. One of them that's pretty popular is the Pool Pal. Most of you guys heard of that one, but this one here is made in Alaska. It's made here locally by a company called Midnight Sun Fabrication. They specialize in, you know, metal fabrication, bale stuff, a lot of stuff, and this is one of their anchors. So they have 4 different size ATV, side-by-side, Toyota trucks, you know, like regular Toyota trucks, Jeeps, and then they have, which is this one. This is the Toyota version, the one that's made for, like, you know, your standard 5,000 to 8,000 pound rigs. And then they have one that's a bit bigger than this, which is made for all the big buggies, you know, your big 1,500 trucks, big old 46-inch ags and stuff like that. So this is their Toyota version. We're just gonna call it the Toyota version, but the second before the biggest, second biggest one. So this one runs $400, bare metal, and this is a 2-piece. So you have the handle. This is called the handle, and then you have the shovel. So the handle connects to the shovel, and I'll show you that in a bit. It doesn't come with a shackle, so you'll have to get a shackle. You'll need a hard shackle. You can't use soft shackles because it needs to be hard. So you need one shackle there to lock these two together. And then over here is where you will hook up your winch line to. You can use a soft shackle, but I wouldn't use it because it's pretty sharp right there. So I will run a regular shackle, like a metal shackle, and then just hook up your winch to this. Or if you wanted to, you can run another soft shackle and then hook up your winch to that soft shackle. So this is the angle that it's like, and when you put this in the ground, it'll start digging. And we tested this on our last run. So we just got back from Escafall yesterday, and it worked out pretty good. At first it wasn't working, and then we had to dig deeper. We found a little nice creek that had like a little river bed, and we were able to get Eric was able to get out first, and then after that I was able to use the same area and I was able to get out. So far it worked good, and that was like it was kind of like a muddy, marsh, grassy terrain style. So we have to test it out on more. We'll have to keep testing it out more. When I bought this, there was one thing that wasn't done yet, and I'll show you guys what it is. And these guys, when you store them away, just keep the shackle on it. So when I store away, I'm just gonna keep it as a one whole piece, so I don't have to keep doing this. But when I take this with me, I'll break it apart though, so it can fit in the back of my seats. So this shackle here, or the handle, that's how it is right there. It just lifts up like that, just like that. So it's kind of like a little claw. So that's what it looks like. And this is the metal here. Be very careful when you're handling this. This is actually really sharp. You don't want to carry this. You don't want to carry it, and if you drop this on your feet, it will go through your feet. There's some weight right here. So be very careful with these blades. They are actually really sharp. I'm not sure how they cut it, but I'm sure it's like laser cut or water jet, whatever it is, but these are really sharp. It's not super sharp, but when you put enough force on it, and if this is to drop on your toes or something, be very careful. So when I store this, or when I'm carrying this, I put the shackle back on and use this as a handle. Makes it easier. Or if you don't have that, you have to carry it like right there. So when we bought this, that's their logo right there. It didn't have this plate here. It didn't have this plate, And yesterday, when we were using it, after we are done using it, so with this part here, this part right here, it stops right here. And what happened was that part bent. It basically bent this plate here. And you can kind of see where the fabricator, I took it back to him, he heated it up and he pounded back, he straightened it back up. But that part bent it right here, and this plate was kind of bent like just really little. So I emailed him, or I messaged him, and I told him about the situation, and he told me to bring it back to him. So I brought it back to him this morning. He was able to heat it up, pound it, straighten it back up, and then he put this backing plate on free of charge. So that's super awesome. So this is really, really sturdy. We haven't tested it yet with this style here, but I would assume this will be way more sturdier because it bent because of the pressure here. And from what he told me was that I guess this is the plate here. This is his old design. Like his old design, he puts the plate, but the new design, he doesn't put the plate. So I'm not sure why he went back and forth, but I would assume that, you know, putting a plate would make it much more stronger. So just want to show you guys a quick review. On our next few videos, if we go back out and do some off-roading, I'll show you guys a full video of us using this, demonstrating it. And I want to test it out on more different terrains, like marshy land, mud, sand, and even the wintertime we'll test it in the sand, or in the snow, and we'll also test it in the ice, and we'll see how good this thing is, you know, because this thing can be a very valuable tool when you're out there by yourself and there's no land or nothing like that to no trees or nothing like that to support you. So it is bare metal, so I might go ahead and just spray like a quick rattle can on it, maybe 1 or 2 coat of black Rust-Oleum black paint, just to give it some protection. But for the most part, I'm not worried about the looks, as long as it works properly. That's all that I care for. So this is my new land anchor, made by Midnight Sun Metal. It comes with the shovel and the handle, and then you have to get your own 2 shackles. If you guys got any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll keep you guys updated on this recovery gear. And there's my winch line right here. It was super dirty from the last trip, so I just got done washing it, and now I'm just letting it dry. It's pretty much dry ready, so I'll go ahead and spool it back up to the winch. But just some recovery gear maintenance you want to do when you're done off-roading. Catch you guys next time. Follow the Instagram, NuttyNu_4x4.